I came to Ferris and was asked to start the Energy Center and to begin the work on the Energy Center, my question was, can I make a bigger impact than one structure at a time? In other words, I wanted to work with a broader realm, students, faculty, industry, to make a larger, more significant impact in energy efficiency in structures. It was quite a bit of work putting the grant together, working with it. And this is another benefit to the students. It was working with the students to write the grant. It wasn't just me writing the grant, it was students writing the grant. And for them to accomplish that, to receive that recognition, the award of the grant, that was the beneficial piece. So what this allows students to do is to be involved in their different disciplines, but yet see other activities that are going on. In other words, when an architectural student is working on an audit next to an HVAC student, they can see how their future designs are going to impact the HVAC. They can see how they're going to impact the overall performance of the structure that a facility management student may need to maintain and operate. And we're dealing with residential structures, so they're relatively simple, but it's the same thing in bigger structures. It's the same thing with commercial buildings, office buildings, etc. That same integration when it comes to energy performance is what's going to be reality when the students leave here and they enter the real world in that field.
Getting out of the classroom really gives the students an opportunity to go beyond a book and see something that is real. I mean, being in the classroom, you get a foundation of what you should be doing, but coming out and doing it in a house or on a job site is really giving you a hands-on feeling for what actually needs to be done, what actually is going to take place. And it's not just about maybe a perfect scenario, but it's about what can I do to really improve this and how can I do it well.
The grant is interesting for us because, again, when they go out and do the energy audits, and if they can do a retrofit on a house and make the house tighter, it presents several challenges to us. How many BTUs does it take to heat that house up? Well, with the building technology now and the building science, they've reduced that by almost to about 25% of what it once was, even 15 years ago. And now the challenge for our program is, how do we select the proper equipment? When you used to have 100,000 BTUs, now you only need 20,000 BTUs of equipment. How do you size it correctly? How do you keep people comfortable? How do you move enough air to make that happen? And so those are the challenges for us with the new building science.
I'm able to go out into the field and put what I've learned in the classroom to work. So most students are kinematic learners, and so now not I've only learned it in class, but I actually understand it, and I've done it, and I have the experience out in the field.
To see benefits like this and other benefits that come out of their contribution to the foundation, the funding of these grants, the funding of the scholarships that allow students to get involved and do these types of things, that allow students to have an impact on community, positive impact on community, to allow students to see that recognition and feel that accomplishment of making that impact. It's very important. Many of us, as we go through our careers and such, get pretty focused on our careers and get pretty focused on our accomplishments. And it's very important to see that community involvement and to get out and impact others in a positive way. And these funds allow us to do this with students at the beginning of their careers. And hopefully we're setting a good example for them to continue that as they move forward in their careers with the organizations they're working with and such, to get out and make an impact, make a difference, volunteer, get involved. And this foundation grant allows us to do that in the very beginning of their careers.
The benefits of the scholarship are to allow me to really put my energy and time into student teaching, because I've always worked to put myself through school, and it gets hard to balance homework and your classwork and working outside to pay for school. So now that I'm student teaching and I'm here every single day for the whole amount of time, it's really nice to be able to focus on lesson planning and making visuals for my students and take a little bit of pressure off the fact that I'm not employed for pay this semester. If it wasn't for the Ferris Foundation scholarship, I would not be able to be student teaching this semester. My plan originally was to take some time off and go to work and save up. And this Ferris Foundation scholarship gave me the means to finish my last semester. That was all that I had left. And to be able to graduate in December and start working on my master's degree and move forward from here. So it was really nice to be able to finish out my undergraduate career at one time. I really did not want to have to take that break, but that was my only option until the scholarship came along. The Ferris Foundation scholarship really is important to me and means something special to me because it feels like the people who were involved with choosing me as a recipient of the scholarship believe in my education and believe in my future. And there are a lot of other things. Some people get jobs right away and you see them making money and you're like, wow, maybe I should just go to work. But it's things like this scholarship that really make me realize the importance of education and that there are others who are counting on my generation to fill the needs of society. And they believe in me enough to invest in my education. And that means a lot to me. It's very important for people to support the Ferris Foundation because without support, it's not going to be around for others to enjoy and capitalize on. And it's so beneficial for students, especially when you're near the end of your education, you know, to just really give that push to get through it. And with people helping out, it makes it available for more people or for longer. And it does wonderful things for students who receive it. So the longer it's available and the more people who are allowed to be a part of it is beneficial. To the people who support the Ferris Foundation, I want to say thank you very much and that I am very appreciative for the award and that you believe in my education, as I'm sure the other recipients are. And I just hope that this program continues and that the foundation keeps getting support from others